Hi, this is Fiji McAlpine with Do Yoga with Me. This is a short meditative practice that will help you when you have headaches or migraines, and it's also something that you can do to prevent them from returning. I hope it brings you some sweet relief. We are going to be starting in Virasana, or Hero's Pose. And before we start today, I really would like to invite you to consider something. One thing you might notice in this environment is that I'm very much surrounded by nature. Even the sounds that are around me right now are all nature-based. And one of the things that I like to do, especially if I feel like a headache or a migraine is coming on, is to give myself the opportunity to get out in nature. To go, even if you have to find a small park or green space somewhere, and spend 10 to 15 minutes sitting or even laying down and breathing really fresh air and allowing yourself to get away from anything that feels constricting or tight. For this practice, I've even taken my hair out because that can be something that brings on a migraine for me. So allowing everything to be as soft as you can for this practice. And we're going to bring ourselves onto our mat with the block in front of us to come into a supported child's pose where we're going to be resting our head completely on the block. So when you're ready, bring yourself down. Release your arms beside you. Let the full weight of your arms drop. Take your breath up and down the spine, to the back side of the body. Feel the gentle pressure around the third eye. The weight of the collarbone fall down towards your knees. Allow every part of your body to fall down towards the earth and receive its embrace. Relax your arms down to the tips of your fingers. Slow your breathing. Very slowly start to roll the spine up. Let your head come up last. Loop your shoulders up, back and down. And then take your hands onto the crease of your hips, pressing down into the base of your wrist. There's a nice little acupressure point here. Curl your fingers into your palms. Now lift the shoulders high and roll them forward. From the back of your shoulder to the front. Back of the shoulder lifts and scoops forward. Do that one more time. Now reverse that. Lift up through the front, draw the shoulder blades together and down. Up through the front and down. One more time. From here, we're going to bring the hands to the earth, cross your ankles. Take your legs out in front, coming into Dandasana, seated pose. And then place your hands beside your knees, palms gently touching the earth. Forward folds are really therapeutic for headaches and migraines. So we'll start with a seated forward fold. It's very passive in nature. If you're feeling that you need even more support than this, you can always place a pillow, blanket, or a bolster under your chest. But there's something that feels really good about being continually drawn down simply with gravity. No force, no effort. Now let your hands edge forward without pulling with the hands of the arms. Continue to breathe into the backside of your body. Slowly roll the spine up again. Invite your feet to come underneath you to come into a seated pose. From here, place your hands on your knees, relax completely with your arms so your elbows are bending, shoulders are soft, and start to trace little circles in the sky with the top of your head, moving in one direction first. Allow your breath to guide these circles a little bit bigger, lingering at any part of the circle that feels tight or stiff. And then pause at center. And then the same thing on the other side. Start with little circles and then let them progressively get bigger. Smooth breath. And pause back at center. Take a full cycle of breath in and out. Bring yourself forward now onto your hands and your knees. Ease back into your feet, walk your hands towards them, and let yourself slowly fold forward in a very passive and gentle forward fold. Let your head hang heavy. Keep your knees soft. You can have your hands on the floor for support, or you can grab opposite elbows. Let the weight of your arms, the weight of your head, gently pull down and give traction to the spine. The forward fold is actually increasing the circulation to your brain. While this may feel somewhat intense if you currently have a headache or a migraine, it's actually therapeutic, so try and stay for at least a few more cycles of breath. Soften your knees, roll the spine all the way up to standing. Head comes up last. Loop your shoulders up, back, and down. Separate your feet wider than your hips and bend your knees generously. And then simply start to turn your torso, going slowly side to side. Relax your arms. This is from Tai Chi. You're going to move the energy as much as it feels is necessary for you. You can swing your arms beside you. The movements can be big or small. Feel the centrifugal force as you turn, pulling energy down your arms towards your hands, away from your shoulders and any tension through your neck. Then bring yourself back to center. Soften the knees, walk your feet a little bit wider, and bring yourself now into a wide-legged forward fold. You can use your hands on the block, resting your forehead down between your arms, or you can have your hands directly under your shoulders on the floor. Arms are completely passive, shoulders completely melting, soft, relaxed. Start to bend your knees and lower your hips. Come down into a nice low squat. You can again use the block for support for your arms. Breathing into your lower back. And slowly ease yourself down onto your seat. From here, sitting cross-legged, take your index and middle finger and bring your hands into your neck and try and find your atlas bone. It's a nice big bone, the neck, to the base of the skull. And press your fingers into the side of the atlas bone. Take a few cleansing cycles of breath. Now take your thumbs and hook your thumbs the very corner of the eye socket. Find a nice little sweet spot there and gently press in and slightly up. Take the index and middle finger and massage 3 circles in the temple. 3 circles in the opposite direction. Bring your feet in front of you. Find your block. Bring yourself onto your back. Arms down beside your body, palms beside your hips, lifting up into bridge pose. Letting your chin curl into your throat, taking weight into the base of the neck, top of the shoulders. This is a very therapeutic pose for migraines and headaches. This is great for the thyroid and the parathyroid. And again, pooling some more circulation in the head. You can stay here, or if you want a little more support, take that block and edge it underneath your hips, and you can rest your hips on the block. You can stay on the low, flat surface, or you can tip the block over to get a little more elevation. Continue to draw your chin into your throat to lengthen through the back of your neck. To direct energy, heat, circulation, and weight into your shoulders and the base of your neck. And slowly press into your feet, lift your hips. Slide the block out and lower your hips down. Sway your knees from side to side. Allow yourself to rest here on the ground for a few cycles of breath. If this is too intense, you can bring yourself back up to a seated pose, which is where all of us will eventually meet. Move slowly as you lay on your left-hand side. Bring yourself upright to a seated pose. And again, just taking a few easy cycles of breath. With your eyes closed, you can even envision yourself sitting somewhere in nature, feeling the breeze against your skin, breathing in the sweet air, cooling through the nostrils. Bring your hands into your heart. And try and relax and let go anywhere that you're gripping unnecessarily. I hope this brings you some relief. Namaste.